Sometimes when it comes down to origins, it's less about making some complicated, very well detailed origins and more about making some origins that are very overpowered to the point where you question the reality on whether it actually would be fun to play or not. And a lot of origins tend to cross this line where it becomes more of just an overpowered origin for the sake of being overpowered without actually having any farm towards it. But today's origin, the Godborne origin, you can actually enjoy in a basic survival Minecraft world if you want to. Yes, it is overpowered, but it's definitely one of the ones that you can have fun with. Created by the user known as 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 from the Origins Discord server, the Godborne is a 3 impact origin, meaning it has a maximum impact upon the game itself. Being born of the wind, you can fly around, dash around like wind, and being a warrior of Olympus, you are stronger, but you are a special one because the gods gave you a gift that no other being has had in centuries. This origin was originally made for version 1.16.5, but I am playing with it on 1.17.1, so some things may potentially be broken. Anyway, moving to the first ability, we've got Warrior's Wrath. By pressing the primary key, you activate the power where you are gifted by the god of combat. So when you hit the primary ability, you'll be gifted with extreme speed as well as super strength and potentially many other abilities as well, but they don't exactly show up as proper spell effects, so I'm not 100% sure of all the things that you gain, but the things that become most obvious is the fact that you've got extreme strength, being able to one-shot a lot of things, as well as extreme exorbitant speed. And also, yes, I do listen to you guys in the comments down below. A lot of you guys have been suggesting maybe I play around with some skins and models a bit more in the actual video, so yeah, we're playing with a god-based skin. But hey, if you want to get gifted by the god of combat these special abilities, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and leave a like on the video. Anyway, moving on. The ability will last roughly around 50-ish seconds before it actually fades off you, and you no longer have the super boost in any form of way, shape or form. The origin ability takes around 10 to 20 seconds for it to fully recharge as well. I mean, you can use it pretty often at very good bursts at a time and do a lot of damage and have a lot of speed and all the other beautiful things. Either way, moving on, we have the Super Leap ability. Whilst Warrior's Wrath is active, by pressing the secondary key, you can dash forward while increasing your strength to land a heavy hitting blow. Now, whilst using this ability, you have the ability to beat a 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 in 10 hits with your bare fist. That is very powerful, and I do personally that is like overpowered in a lot of different ways. You can understand why. This ability is also on a very short cooldown, also meaning that it's possible to fly with this ability here. Now again, it's not as easy or simple as flying with an elytra with infinite rocket boost, or flying with just swim flights, or you're just even having creative flights in normal Origins Minecraft. No, this is using the jump ability, and you can continuously jump higher and higher in the air if you look in certain directions. If you look like slightly up when you use your ability, you can go indefinitely up with this ability. So it does give you the ability to fly, and because you don't take full damage, it's not too much of a worry. But again, this relies on the first primary ability, which is actually toggleable. I just realized it also deactivates if you press the button, but you may not even realize that at any point in time. But the ability is very interesting to say the least, just how powerful everything is about it. I like this type of flight though, how it's not just an extremely easy thing. You don't have to just swim in the air or use creative mode flight or easy elytra flight. No, you have to physically fly by continuously using one of your abilities over and over again in quick succession to keep yourself in the air. Moving into the next ability, we've got Titan Smash. While Warrior's Wrath is active, you can hit harder with anything that's in your hand. This ability was named Titan Smash by the previous user of the Warrior's Wrath. Okay. You know how I told you the fact that you get bonus strength whenever you use your secondary ability, you get a lot of strength when you're in your Warrior's Wrath? Well, here's another beautiful part of it. It also adds bonus damage upon the weapons that you're using as well, meaning that swords do more damage, axes do more damage, bows do more damage, crossbows do more damage, tridents do more damage. Everything does a bit more damage than what it normally would do, on top of the strength boost that you get, on top of the other strength boost that you can also get by using your secondary ability. Let's just say any mobs going up against you are in for one hell of a time. For example, a 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 with crit hits on a default Neverite sword will only take 5. Yeah, you heard me right. 5 crit hits with a Neverite sword will kill a 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 when you're in your god mode. 7 hits when not crits, 5 when are crits. That is pretty powerful to say the least. 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼s are very annoying to kill when in the middle of raids, and now you can just pretty much 5-shot them with a basic Neverite sword. sword, let alone a maxed out sword or maxed out any other forms of weapons. Also, a bit of a side note, your secondary ability is only good when you're not using a thing like a sword, whenever you're using your bare hands, something along those lines, because crit hits do a little bit more damage and equivalent to less hits to said mob than what your secondary ability does. Moving into your next ability, you've got Warrior's Enhancement. While Warrior's Wrath is active, you move faster because it enhances your physical attributes. I just realized that these past two abilities have just been explaining what happens when you press your primary ability. God damn it. Thanks, Origin, for doing my job for me. Moving on, we have the anti-fall ability. You take no fall damage no matter how high you fell from. I mentioned this beforehand when talking about the secondary ability and how you have the literal ability to use your secondary ability to fly because you can indefinitely dash higher and higher, but if you look in the right direction, you know, it's pretty simple. Moving into your next ability, you've got more hunger. Due to how much energy Warrior's Wrath uses, you are hungrier more. Basic way to explain this is the fact that you just get hungrier faster when you're using this ability. You exhaust far quicker when you're using your primary ability. This is the reason why it's a toggle, because when you're actively using it, your hunger bar will go down lightning times faster, as you can see within the handful of clips I've recorded, which, by the way, it's been like not even 5 minutes of recording clips and I've just been moving around doing very simple things. My hunger's gone down to less than halfway already. Moving into the next ability, you have buff. Having Warrior's Wrath made you a lot stronger, so your muscle mass made you a little taller. You are quite literally only like a quarter of a block taller than the normal Minecraft player. This is only in effect when you're using your primary ability and when that's active, and this will only actually function correctly if you do have the 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 mod installed, as always with most size shifting origins. Moving into your next ability, you've got Aftershock. While Warrior's Wrath is active, when you hit something, the aftershock of which, when they try to block your attack, will come back and hit them, making them take extra damage. This is a very overcomplicated way of saying that they basically have a very short moment of poison / wither effect. I'm not 100% sure which one it is because it's not exactly obvious, as I can't exactly get anything to die to the effect itself, because anything that with least enough health to actually possibly die from it will die instantly, and it's a bit of a funny thing. Practically, it's roughly about like some form of poison or wither effect, one of the two, but it basically just gives a bit of an after effect damage, and it's being claimed as an aftershock. Moving into your next ability, you've got Warrior's Training. Because of your training, you have extra hearts, more hearts than the normal Minecraft player. This only really gives you 4 equivalent hearts on top of the more normal Minecraft player amount of hearts, but 4 more hearts are still very useful nevertheless. Moving into your next ability, you've got Warrior's Punch. Due to having Warrior's Wrath, you do more damage on top of your fist, on top of your extra strength. Can this origin please stop explaining its own abilities to me, even though I've already done it way earlier when they first bring up the Warrior's Wrath ability? Moving into your next ability, you've got Electric Immunity. You're immune to lightning damage. I don't know, you're God. You're just immune to lightning. Just don't ask questions about these type of things. Jeez, man, what do you think I am? The Origins reviewer and explainer? Oh, wait, that's exactly who I am. Yeah, you're God. You don't take lightning damage. It's as simple as that. No God should take lightning damage, really. Most gods are too busy living that thug life to worry too much about taking that damage from no lightning. But apparently his thug life isn't high enough for the fact that he still takes damage from the fire that the lightning may leave behind upon impact, so... bit counterproductive that one is. But hey, moving on. Moving into your next ability, you've got Godborne's Rage. You can strike entities with lightning if you hit them while crushed, but has a 30-second cooldown. Yeah, this is why you can be immune to lightning, because you can summon it, because you're God. Do I really need to explain why you can summon it? You can just summon it and just murder whoever dares touches you. It's like having the lightning tritoned, but you can do it at any point in time and day. It doesn't have to be a thunderstorm for it to work correctly. Just be careful, because charge creepers are still going to be a bitch to deal with, so yeah, be wary of that one. So funny. Moving on to your next ability, you've got Warrior's Guard. Due to how you have to train to use Warrior's Wrath, your resolve is higher, making you more resistant to attacks because you have some natural armor. Basically, you have 4 like bonus armor points, which when you have a full set of iron, you have maximum amount of iron armor points, but that ain't gonna help you against that charge creeper you just created and killed yourself with. Yes, I'm referencing back to that beautiful clip of my maniacal laughing after I merged myself and showed off one of the abilities a bit too early, but you'll be fine with that. Moving to your next ability, you've got lightning particles. Due to having Warrior's Wrath, your energies level are highly increased to a level that your body cannot contain. So in order to contain it all, it turns into lightning that courses around your bodies and through your veins. Now this is the thing that doesn't exactly work in 1.17.1, as I never noticed any form of particle effects coming off of my player whatsoever throughout this entire recording session. I do remember noticing them back in my original recording session when I was playing around with this origin back in May in 1.16.5, but they definitely don't seem to exist anymore in the 1.17 version. But that's literally the only thing that's actually not functioning properly in this new version of Minecraft. Other than that, it's all functioning pretty much fine. But moving into the last ability, you've got energy overload. Due to Harrow's Warrior's Wrath raising your energy levels when you die, all that energy is unleashed, causing an explosion. This is nothing like any of the other origins that cause a massive explosion upon death, aside from the Nuclean. That does a bigger one. We won't worry about that one though. This does a massive explosion that is far bigger in scale in comparison to what the Starborn does when it dies. The massive perks of this, you're making sure that whatever killed you will die with you. The disadvantages of it, you're losing all of your stuff. There is no doubts about it because there are multiple explosions at once, and from what I can guess, it is summoning charged creepers upon your body as they all explode, pretty much causing the massive wealth of damage it does. Either way, that is the Godborne origin. Do you like this revisit and remastering of an original video that I created months and months ago back when I was way worse at doing these videos? What origin do you like to see me recover next? I am looking into making a better version of the Sans origin. There are actually, I've got a few bug fixes coming in for that one from the person who is helping me clean up the original creation, so we will see a revisit on that one very, very soon. But either way, until next time guys, massive thank you to my channel members as always, and goodbye.